Hi everyone, and welcome back to Barre with Sarah. I'm Sarah, and as you can tell by the lack of lighting, daylight savings time, well, we just made the switch. So I apologize for the lack of lighting. I'm working on some better lighting solutions, but hopefully you can follow my cues and you'll see me enough to make that work. I'm so excited. I'm always excited, but today we have a full-length intermediate barre class, 60 minutes, whole body. We're gonna get everything taken care of today. As a reminder, you need your support. I'm using my barre, a mat or a towel. I have just very light weights today. I have 2s and 3s. We're gonna be doing more classic moves. So we took barre basics, a lot of similar arm movements there. You can also add your Pilates or your bender ball. You can do it without. I also have a yoga block, which I'm gonna use for the stretching. All right, with no further ado, let's get started. Let's warm up. All right, so we're gonna stand nice and tall, hands on hips, knee lift, and lift. The music's faster today. Now that it's getting dark outside, at least where I am, I need something that's gonna keep me moving. Go ahead and swing those arms back and forth. Nice job. Standing tall. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We're going to take that opposite elbow to the knee. Here we go, across. The legs are the same. You're just adding a little twist through that torso. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Step it up to the right second for me. We're just going to take it down and down, up and up. So again, those toes are turned out. I'm sliding down that imaginary wall. You can hold on. You can add those arms to the hips, or you can come down and lift. Down and lift. Let's speed it up. We go down and up, down and up. The arms generate too much heat or make you wobbly. You can hold back on. 8, 7. Sink a little bit lower each time. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it down, little pulse, little pulse. Good to get that heart rate up. We do have cardio barre at the end of this month. Speaking of which, all the November classes are now up in the channel. Go ahead and hold, press those legs back and back, back. Nice job. Little back. Woo! Keep breathing. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Holding in 3, 2, 1. 8, 7. 1 inch lower. 5. 1 inch lower. 3, 2, 1. Stand it up. Shake it off. We're going to continue heating that body by grabbing those light weights. So go ahead and grab them for me. Like I said, I have my 2s and my 3s. I'm going to be starting with these 3s, but I bet I'm going to reach down and have to pick up those 2s. All right, so we're going to go ahead and bring those arms to shoulder height, and we're just going to alternate those biceps. I'm going to turn on profile. So my feet are in the V. I'm thinking about taking the shoulders down the back, and it's an elevated curl. This really doesn't feel good for you. You can take it down a little bit, but whenever you pick that point of extension, I just want you to keep that arm there and not let it drop. Nice job. Keep breathing. Yes, we can. 8, 7. Holding in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend in half and lift. Little lift. So I just bend the shape of the arm and I'm lifting. Little lift, lift, and lift. Now in this case, what our arms want to do, our elbows might want to come out. Our arms might want to sag. So if you need to drop down a weight, that's what you're going to do. 4, 3, 2, open it out. We go open, close, open and close. Arms at a 90. Woo! Give me 4. Yes, you can. 4, 2. Hold it out. 8 overhead. 8, 7. Keep those knees soft. Just 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring them down, forward. Circle it in and in. Little ins. I know my shoulders are on side too. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 and done. Ah, woo! Give me a roll. Make sure you're wasting your support. We're gonna go right into that middle shoulder. Looks like this. We take it up, pulse, pulse, and down. Up, pulse back, and down. Tiny pulses. Nice job. Up, little pulse, and down. Woo! And down. We have 8 more. I'm not gonna make it with those threes. Look, if you're not ever feeling out on your weights, it means they're too light. So now, especially coming into winter, this is where I am going to be at home for a while. Maybe buy another set of weights to challenge yourself. 2. Last time. Little press, hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Okay, it's time to go to that middle back. We're going to be doing reverse flies. I'm going to pick up those 3s. If you would like to go heavier, you could do a 5 or a 6 on this exercise if you desire. So from the front, I'm going to turn inside. We're going to think about gripping those weights, palms together, and flying back, pinching the shoulders together towards the spine. Okay, go ahead and set up. Little bend, back and forward. Back and forward. This is fast. So if you wanted to, you could go back and back, forward and forward. I want you to use muscle, not momentum. So at 140, that's what we're at today. That's a little bit fast. Back and back. What I don't want to see, what I'm going to do is thrusting that chest. So if you can maintain at this pace, that's great. Otherwise, back and back, forward and forward. Nice job, back and back. Woo! Give me 4 and in. Tuck that chin and in. 2 more. Back and in. Last one. Really squeeze and in. Nice job. Go ahead and stand it up. I'm going to pick up my lighter weights. We're going to go into back shoulder. We know one of the trickier ones. And we're going to do a scarecrow arm today. We've done this before. One of my favorites. Just feet are knee. Bending at the knee, hinging at the hip, rolling those shoulders back into their place. Looks like this. Up, out, in, and down. Up, out. And I'm not going to look at you because I want to keep my neck in line with my spine. This is a killer. So to modify, what you could do is you could go single side, which gives you time to rest. And it's also time. Or you could just do a T. The T is a little easier than adding that extra scarecrow. Nice job. Up, out. Woo! These are 2s. This is more than enough. 8. Remember, you can be single-sided. In and down. You've got 6. I'm going to try to do these last 5. You can also do this with no weight. As long as you feel that muscle engagement, no weight is fine. Give me 3. Woo! And 2. Last 1. And down. Great. We just have triceps left for these light weights. I'm going to pick those 3s back up again. And for today's tricep, I want you still in that V position in the feet. Slight bend in the knees. Pitch forward. Stick straight arrow arms. Palms facing back. And we lift. So in this position, sometimes we put strain on our upper back by taking a head up. So I want you to tuck that chin to do a little bit of relief for your upper spine. Lift. Nice job. 4, 3, 2, pull it in. Little ins. So you're trying to move the heads of the weights closer together, but they're not going to touch. We don't want to hurt that shoulder. We're just thinking about that motion. 4, we're going to combine this. Looks like this. In, up. There's no down and up. In and up. For 4. And 3, 2. Hold it up on 1. Hop and roll it if you want. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set it down. Woo! Let's put those weights down. We still have mat work to do that's going to target the upper body. We'll do that stretch in a little bit. But first, it's time to come into fireworks. So go ahead and mosey up to your support. You can put any hand on it, doesn't really matter. We're gonna start in parallel. Here we come. Go ahead and slide down that imaginary wall. Ears over shoulders, hips over heels. Full stand, full stand. Nice and easy, just waking up those legs. You keep pulsing. I just want to remind you again about releve, because sometimes we do this a lot, we forget. So on this releve, I've got more weight on the big and second toe. And I'm thinking about putting on those super high heels. So this is not releve, this is releve. So if you need to come out of it, if you need to practice getting into releve, that's fine. But I want those nice high heels on 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna go down, halfway, down, and stand. Down, halfway, down, and stand. Down, halfway. Now you're down, maybe it's here at the top of the middle. That's fine. Down, halfway, and stand. Down, halfway, down. Woo! 4, and stand. This gets the heart going. And it's not even cardio bar. 2, and stand. Last one, halfway, and stand. Bring it, slide down to a low point, and pulse. Little pulse. Woo! You've got 8, 7, 6, 5. Give me 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand it up. Ah, shake out those legs. Woo! Great. That was just the first exercise. I want you to come into V position for me. And then with those heels still together, I want you to pick up your feet and bring them into a narrow V. So if you would look down, you would say that's a cheesecake slice. This is our high V. So go ahead and rock up into releve, taking those heels and pressing them together. Slide down that imaginary wall, press those legs back, back. So this is really gonna get that glute and outer hip activated. If you're not feeling it in the quads, just come lower. Another thing that people try to do in this position is engage the glutes too much. You keep pulsing. I'm going to show you what I mean. So here I am in my V, and I'm pulsing. People sometimes want to drive the butt under so it can pick up some weight for those quads. But you're not going to do that. If you feel that desire, I want you to try to let go of the gripping in your glutes and focus just on those quads. Woo! 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to tuck under and release. I know we don't do a lot of tucks, under and release. It's still a good one for us to do. Hopefully you're still doing it. Just a reminder, we tuck under and release. Under, so you're rolling that hip under and releasing. Roll, release, roll, release. And doing this is helping you get some familiarity with the different positions of the spine. We always want to come back to neutral. Ha, my upper thighs. 2 more, yes we can. Roll, release. Last one, roll, and release. Stand it up, shake it out. Woo, woo. Okay, we're gonna finish with some plies. You know me, I love a plie. And I'm going to plug, we have an upcoming Belly Intense Day, Belly Starting Intensive, 75-minute class, week of Thanksgiving. I'll tell you more about that at the end of the class. Okay, let's come to our first position. We're going to do 4th and 5th plies today. So take that right leg, you're going to point it, and just set it down. Again, from first position, point and set. Those knees are going to be tracking over the heels, down and up. Down, just a nice little dummy. Now the hips, we're going to want to turn, but you want to be on box or facing and up, down and up. 4, 3, you're going to keep plieing. I'm going to show you the change. Dummy, dummy, grand. So down and down. Grand plie. 4, 3, 2, 1. Plie. You can add that arm. Down and down, up and up. Remember on those grands, as soon as possible, heels come up, heels go down. Nice job. Plie. plie. We are rocking today, aren't we? Down and up. Go ahead and hold that forth. Come up into releve. Bring those arms out and balance. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down nice and soft knees. Pick up that front foot for me, that right foot, and take that right toe, left, right heel to left toe. And that's our good position. 10 and up. Wow. It's been a week and it's only Monday. Hang in there. I'm with you. Now remember, again, we want those knees tracking over the feet. So look down and check that out. I also want you to think equal weight foot to foot. We're not leaning back. We're not leaning forward. Straight up and down. Nice job. Really squeezing as we come up. Plie, plie, gone. Here it goes down and up. All the way down. Down and down. Up and up. Plie. Plie. All the way down and up. Now these bronze are tricky. It's especially going down to the bottom of that move and coming up. So if you don't like that, if it feels hard in your body, you can just keep doing the dummies. That would be fine instead. Down and up, down. Nice job. We're gonna do one more after this, and then we're gonna balance. Yes, you can. Take it down and up and ground and up. Okay, so we're gonna come up onto releve. You're gonna step those feet together. Susu, thinking really tall, pulling that core in. And arms can come up into fifth. 8, 7, 6, tight core, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah, you saw me wobble there. Okay, let's do just a little side to side. Now we're gonna repeat that on the other side. You're welcome. So I love 4th and 5th. Double the fun. Okay, so now we're gonna set that up on the other side. Coming back into that first position, that V position. Taking that left foot, pointing that toe, turned out the hip. So thigh bone turned up, sending it down, and that's your 4th position. Again, tongue out, set that foot down. Here we go, down and up. Now, for most people, you have a side that feels better in 4th and 5th and a side that feels worse. This is my weird side, so I really have to think about turning my hips because they want to be here. That's not what I'm looking for. So if you want to have a mirror, it's a great thing to practice in front of a mirror. I have a camera, so I get some little corrections, but try it out. You'll learn a lot. All right, now we're going to go plie, plie, grand, plie, plie. Are you sweating or is it just me? And up, plie, plie. And remember, if you don't like that arm, that's okay. You can just put that arm on the hip. I realize I say that's okay a lot, so I'm trying to come up with something new. Plie, plie. That looks like predictable. I hope that's a good thing. 2 more plie, plie, grand. Take it down and up. And again, if you have a weird side like I do, it's just all about practicing, continuing to challenge yourself. Nice job. Go ahead and come up. On to releve, up into that ball of foot, centering your weight. Maybe taking those hands off for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down nice and soft. Great job. Go ahead and shift that weight to the back foot. Point that front toe. We're taking that left heel to right toe. Just a reminder, 3rd position is your modifier. So taking your heel to the midfoot instead of the toe. 5th plies, here we go, down and up, down and up. We have a nice quad stretch coming after this set. You've earned it. Whew, keep breathing. Nice job. You've got 4. And 3 more, we're gonna go. Plie, plie, grand. And 1, here we go. Plie, plie, all the way down, down and down, up and up. If this ballet sequence is new to you, I've got some other workouts on the channel that are going to be ballet based. They're going to go at a little slower pace, so I would check those out. It's one of my favorite ways to work out, but it's different than some of the other exercises that we do. I try to give some variety. So if you're trying something new, way to go. Down and up. Last one, plie. Really squeezing up through those inner thighs and up. Nice job. Go ahead and come up under volley for me. Velcro those feet together, so I'm stepping that front foot back and try to find that balance. Maybe holding the arms here in first or up in fifth. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna get a sip of water. Hopefully you saw me wobble. And I see a comment. Could I do a quick planter? Actually, James, I owe you that. I have not figured that out yet. I really need to do another foot video, don't I? Okay, so let's do a quick calf and quad stretch. We spent a lot of time in the legs. We'll start with those quads, taking right hand to right foot, making sure that leg is tucked in as close as it will get. I'm going to turn on profile to give you the more advanced modification. So again, this quad stretch, opening up into the quad and hip flexor. If you want to kick into the insert, you're going to go ahead and lean forward and kick that leg back. It's also a great shoulder and chest opener. Nice job. Go ahead and carefully come down. Okay, and let's roll through that right foot. I'm going to stay in profile. So you're going to just roll up and down through the foot, up and down through the foot. Nice job. So for ankle mobility, you can just give it a couple of circles and other direction. One direction is easier than the other. And then turning that foot on top of itself to stretch the top of the foot and shin. Yeah, I've got to say, plantar fasciitis is a nasty one. Go ahead and do that quad on the other side. Really, really tricky. You might talk with your practitioner. If you have foot problems, we generally recommend doing bar in socks. I have had clients, though, who've had foot problems to the point they've not been able to do it barefoot. So if you do have foot problems, highly recommend you talk to your practitioner to see if that's something that is right for you. So again, you can stay in the quad stretch, coming forward, kicking into dancer, hand into foot, foot into hand. Nice job. And then coming back down, if you kick back, let's go ahead and take that left foot now, rolling up and down through the foot. So a little extra mobility. Because then we're going to go into seat work. It is all fold over today. If you know me, you know I love fold over. Let's roll that ankle. One direction, and then the other, the weird direction. Now taking that foot carefully, curling over, to stretch the top of the foot. Again, this is really tight for a lot of people, so just go until you feel that stretch come up the front. All right, it is time for us to move into seat work, and today we're going to be doing entirely fold over. So fold over is one of the more advanced seat work exercises that we can do. So I'm going to set you up with the basic, and then if you want to take it up a level or two, today we'll do that next. So go ahead and face into your support for me. And we're going to start by having this right leg be our mover, and that left leg is going to be our base leg. So I want you to be at a point from the bar where you can hold on, but you can also shift that weight back over the heel on the standing foot. So you should be able to lift those toes. If you are having foot pain today, I would say having a more balanced foot, otherwise more over the heel than over the toes. Once you go ahead and come down to a midpoint, keeping that leg soft and light. Little pulse. So all I'm moving is I'm contracting that point on that right leg to pulse. So we're going to warm up a little bit higher. This is kind of our base move. Looking for that shin tucked in, nice long line from head to toe. So I don't want overextension of the back. If you want to extend higher, the torso will need to come down lower. We'll get to that in a moment. Go ahead and turn it out and lift, and lift. So before my thigh bone was down, now I've rotated thigh bone out of the hip, and I've got a little bit different activation in those glutes. You've got 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4. We're gonna hold it, and then do my favorite. Bend it in half and lift. Little lift. Nice job. Just teeny tiny lift. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5. Other side is coming in 2 and 1. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Nice job. Let's go ahead and switch it up. That right leg comes down to our base. Again, softening that standing knee. Now that left leg is going to go back. Shifting the weight over the heel. Down we come. And we lift. Little lift. And again, trying to keep that shin tucked in. Trying to keep a nice long line of the body, not dumping into that back. That's why we keep these movements small and fold over, because as we move down into deeper positions, it's easy to activate the back. Let's turn it out and lift. Soften the standing knee, shift that weight back. Nice job. Really feeling that glute and hopefully feeling the glute on that standing leg as well. That's why we shift that weight back. Just a little bit extra activation. 4, 3, hold on, 2, and 1, bend, and lift. Just lifting the shape of the leg. Nothing else is changing the body, especially the back. Woo! I just felt it shake on that standing side. Nice job. Yes, we can. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. All right. You have an option to stay at that level. What I mean by that is not coming down further into the move. If you're feeling strong, confident today, we're going to go ahead and progress that move. So we're going to move back with that right leg is the mover. That left leg is going to be the leg. That's going to be bent. We're going to be standing on that leg. So once you take that right leg back, and now we're going to come down a little bit further. So you might have to move out from that support. But again, we need to be in as straight of a line as possible. And lift, lift. Soften that standing leg. Shift that weight back, lift. And again, I'm holding on for balance, but no more than 10% of my weight is on this bar. I could pick up my hands, and that would be fine, because I'm pressing down to that heel. Yes, again, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, bend that leg in half and lift. Lift. Nice job. A little lift. Woo! Yes, we can. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, hold. Go ahead and extend that leg back. Option to stay here. You can roll that standing leg up into your belly. And we pulse. Little pulse. Super targeted glutes today. Woo! Keep that core tight. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, hold it on 3, 2, last hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll that heel down. Stand up, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Ha! Okay, let's do that on the other side. Wow, I am really feeling that in the outer hip on that standing leg. I hope you are too. Okay, so reminder, it is, if you prefer to stay where we started and stay here, that's a great place to be today. But again, if you want to progress, softening that right knee, weight back over the heel, maybe stepping further from your support, coming down, lift. Now this is my tight side. I've got to stay up a little bit higher. That's just how it is. But you truly could be down here parallel to the floor if you can. Now the temptation in this move is to lean forward and put that weight into your support. But you're not going to do that. You're going to bring that weight into the heel. Nice job. 4, 3, we're going to bend in half again and lift. So that toe is pointed. By bending the leg in half, we're freeing that hamstring. Woo! Just keep lifting. You're almost there for 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend that leg again. If you want for this final set, you can roll onto your belly. Lift, lift. Woo. Nice job. Flat-footed is a good option too. Yes, we can. Here we go for 8, 7, 6, 5. I'm shaking. 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll that foot down. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Give me a hip to hip. I don't want to say we're done with glutes because we always get more in the mat. So let's give it a quick little release. Right ankle to left knee. Figure 4. Ooh, boy. That is great. Fold over is one of my favorites. Simple. Not easy. Super hard. Ooh. Go ahead and switch that out. And I'm going to grab my water. So we sit into chair. We are headed down to the mat next for all of our mat work. Starting with pigeons and planks, the 5 Ps. You know I love this series. I really, really do. Okay, go ahead. I am really sweating today. The shirt does not lie. Let's come on down to the mat. And we're going to start with our plank pigeon, plank, the 5 Ps. So we're going to start today. I'm going to set you up with a modification, which is this knee plank. And then we're going to be doing this knee plank. And then we're going to rotate to the right with the right arm coming up. So plank, rotate to right T-stand. If you're in that full plank position, you just roll the feet over and lift. It's hard to do this perfectly, but I really do want you to try to think about stacking your shoulders and your hips. If that feels really tricky, then I want you to come down to the modified version down here. And then you're just going to roll that bottom knee under, thinking about pulling up that bottom hip. Nice job. So we're getting back into that shoulder activation, really warming up the obliques. You're almost done. You're going to do one more after this. Yes, we can. And now we're going to come into that right pigeon. So lifting that right leg, drawing it through. So that walk comes in handy. You need more stability in your pelvis. You're feeling nice and strong. Walking back into a deeper pigeon. You are doing great. We have a tough class today. I'm so glad that you're sticking with it. I feel it because I get used to teaching 30 minutes. And now we're back to an hour. Let's tuck that back foot under. And now we're going to do that to the other side. I'm going to go ahead and rotate. I think it's easier to see me if I'm turning towards you. So now we're going to rotate with the left arm up. I know it's going to look backwards, but trust me. So as a reminder, here we are in this modified plank, rotating with the left arm up, coming back down. Slow and controlled, even on this modified version. We're hopping all the way up and rolling those feet. So my toes are staying basically in the same place, and the heels are just rotating down towards the floor. You are doing great. Thinking about bracing that core nice and tight as we open into this T-stand. T-stand is one of my least favorite exercises, which means I should do it more. Okay, let's do 2 more. And 1 more. All right, time for that left pigeon. Lifting that left foot up. Bringing that knee through. Staying upright. Pillow block under the booty. Or stretching back. We'll do a sleeping swan at the end of class. And permitting, which I love. Okay, we just have 1 plank to go in this set. Just to clarify. So go ahead and tuck that back to under. And we're just going to do a nice little 20-second plank hold. So you can be here in that modified plank, or you can join me up in the plank. Nice job. Wide starfish hands, not having the booty up, not having the booty down. Nice and strong for 8, 7, 6, 5, 5, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm a terrible person. Go ahead and come back into child's pose. All right, go ahead and sit up for me. We're going to go and start working that core in a little bit more earnest. So if you do have a Pilates ball or a bender ball, you could add it for this. If not, you can do it on the floor without it. You'll just roll all the way down onto your back. If you do have your Pilates or bender ball, that's going to come underneath the sacrum. And again, that's just creating some instability. Don't worry, these exercises work either way, well, especially when you're a terrible person. So first option is to be here at the tabletop. Take the right leg down and up. We've done this before. The left leg down and up. So this is your first variation. And you're really thinking about trying to keep your body as still as possible. You can also extend those legs all the way up. Woo. So as I'm doing this, I'm thinking as much as I can about keeping this non-moving leg straight. That's the resistance I'm working against. We're going slow and controlled. This is on time. This is not a number of reps today. Ooh, I am really feeling this deep core with this ball underneath me. It's giving me just enough wobble to make it hard. All right, go ahead and bring those knees in. So you can continue with single legs. I want to challenge you to try double. So let's set up that modified first. All I'm going to do is dip those toes until I feel the abs and pull them in. So this is going to be a smaller move. Woo! My core is shaking. I don't think you can see it. But I'm just dipping. 4, dip, and lift. Really slow and controlled. Ha. Dip. I'm going to try to go a little bit further. This is really deep transverse abdominis working here. If this hurts your back at all, the first thing you would do is go to the modified version. You can also double up your hands under your hips. That's another thing to do. So just be careful, listen to your body. A thing I like about the bender ball is it does help us develop neutral spine. And hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring it in. Oh, nice job. Okay, we're going to go ahead and come into what we call mermaid legs. So I want you to take your feet out to the edge of your mat and then knock those knees together. This is our mermaid leg. So it creates a little shape. Go ahead and lift that shape down and up. Down. Woo, and up. I said this once, I'll say it a million times. I should not break classes when I had full energy. Down and up. Woo, down and up. 4 more. 4 and up. Nice job. 3, ha, and up. 2. Last one. Yes, we can. Down and up. Okay, go ahead and set those feet down. Take your ball out. And then I want you to give a little hug. Give those knees a hug. Maybe rock side to side. Oh my word. We're going to flip over. Continue this fun. So go ahead and roll yourself up to a seat and roll on over. And you're going to go into Superman with some cactus arms today, which is my personal favorite variation. Coming all the way down onto the belly, taking those legs out to mat width, hugging those toes. Now, the modification to this is always to stack hand on top of hand and drop the head. That's where you can stay. Otherwise, you're coming up to cactus or goalpost arms. We're going to lift up and hold for 4 and then reset. All right, here we go. Up, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Up, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Now when you're taking it up, your gaze is just right, about 6 inches in front of your face. Release. up. Too many instructions while talking. Release. Nice job. Up and release. 2 more just like that. Take it up and release. Last one. Up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Up and hold. So up and hold. Arms in cactus or swoop them back. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down. Rest back to child's pose. Always child's pose after lower backwards. All right. We're in perfect position for push-ups. Let's just get it over with. You're taking those nice wide stretches hands, rolling onto that fleshy part of the knee. Take it down and down, up and up. Nice job. Down and down, up and up. Those elbows are going out and back, up. Reduce that range of motion if you need to, up. Take it down and up. Take it down and up. Nice job. 2 and up. Last one. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up. Nice job. Swing those legs around. Let's go straight into our reverse push-ups. So it's been a little while since we've done some class. A reminder that your legs are hips. This is parallel. You're going to sit up with a modified version first. The arms come out and back. Thumbs pointed towards the toes. Sitting nice and tall. Down and down. Up and up. The only thing that's moving is the arm is letting go down and up, down and up. So reverse push-up is all about those triceps. And up, take it down and up. You can stay here if you want a little bit more. You're gonna go ahead and lift, shift your weight back, lift those toes, down and down, up and up. Your goal is to not let that booty control you. Because that's where your weight sits, right? It's in your midsection, probably, especially if you're a woman, where we tend to carry weight. So I want you to think about keeping that body in one shape, other than the tricep. Pulse it out. Pulse, pulse, then press, then press. Yes, it hurts. I know, yes, we can. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And done. Go ahead and sit down. Come and face me. Let's stretch out that upper body. It worked hard today. Let's start by stretching those wrists. So taking that right arm and extending it, wrapping the left fingers around, thumb is free. Oh, good job. We had some good exercises today. Some of the classic bar exercises we haven't had in a little while. Let's switch that out. But remember, if you like classic exercises, you can go back in the channel. You can go to Bar Basics. You can look for anything that says classic bar. This is the type of workout you'll get done. Let's go ahead and take those hands, interlace them together. You're gonna push out and up. So you think about rolling those shoulders down the back, put the palms down, and you go up and over to the right. So not collapsing, but up and over, just stretching both sides long. And now to center, and up and over to that left. Oh my goodness. And now shake out those wrists. All right, let's go ahead and take that right shoulder across the body, rolling it into its place, keeping the gaze out over the shoulder. Taking that right arm all the way up, walking the fingertips down the back, maybe helping it if your arm's like mine and a little sore. And release. Let's go to the other side. Speaking of arms, Friday challenge, rolling that shoulder into place, is my favorite arm exercises. We did some classes last month, all my least favorite. But I'm going to treat you to my favorite arm workout. And then later this month, I'm going to have my favorite leg workout and my favorite core workout. So these are, again, Friday Express tricep. So this is just 5 to 6 minutes of work, and you'll get my very, very favorite. Not surprising, my favorites are my favorites because they're super effective. And they're all combos because I love my combo. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna come up onto my knees. So let's stretch that chest. As a reminder, if you're super tight, you can do reverse beach ball. So pretending you're holding a beach ball behind you. If you want a little bit more, bringing those hands into clasp, then straightening. Remember, you're externally rotating. Nice job. And if you want a little bit more, you're just going to take that gaze up. And release. Shoulder rolls back. Shoulder rolls forward. Let's go ahead and take right ear towards right shoulder. And you can do this sitting and standing, doesn't matter. Just trying to really release all the tension on this left side of the body. And now carefully putting your hand on your head, tipping nose towards armpit. Just open up a different angle on that left side of the body. Help your head up. Your head's heavy. Got a big old brain in there. And now dropping left ear towards left shoulder. Taking that left hand up, carefully rotating the head. And I'm not pushing, just the weight of this arm is all we need. And release. All right, time for our focus core. We just have focus core and stretch. I'm going to be using my Pilates ball, my Thunder ball today. If you don't have that, that's okay. You could change, for some of the exercises, you could use a weight or a yoga block or a pillow. But I'll show you some modifications in case you don't have this. All right, we're going to go with one of my favorites, which is a nice roll up, or roll down, I should say, from the top. So let me show you what this looks like with the ball, and then I'll give you the modifier. So I've got this ball behind me so I can sit into it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to roll back and up, back, trying to keep that spine relatively straight. Now, if you don't have the ball, it's actually pretty similar. You can roll down a little bit further without the ball. I like the ball because it's challenging me to push into something and it gives me some wobble. But this is a move that you can do with or without that ball. It's totally fun. And down, rolling, up. I love the negative crunch. We did my core workout last week. Yes, we did negative crunches. And this ball was just running away on me, so I'm going to take it out. Rolling. Really thinking about belly button this time. You're going to get some quad activation in this. You're welcome, if that's normal. Nice job. Roll. On this next roll, I want you to roll all the way down, one vertebra at a time. Low, low, slow, low and slow, low and slow, all the way down. Nice job. All right, we're going to do one of my favorites, which is a sit-up with a ball pass. If you don't have a ball, that's okay. You could use any small item that you have. I could use my yoga block for this. So holding my ball, I'm going to roll up. Ball's going to go under one leg, the other. Slow roll down. Sit up nice and slow. I'm holding in place. And I'm rolling. If this whole roll feels tricky for you, you can do pass, pass, and give me a half roll. And then come up, pass, pass, half roll. That's another great way to do this exercise. So you can keep one leg grounded the entire time. That's another good modification. And I can see my abs are tiring. I had to use a little bit of momentum on that one. So I'm going to modify right now and do the half roll. There is nothing wrong with modifications. That means you're listening to your body and saying, today that doesn't feel right. Or today that would mean I would be straining something. So like super kudos to you. When you realize that, do two more. Pass, pass. Well, two more at my pace. And last one. Maybe one extra. Still can't count past that. Okay, go ahead and cross those legs. Gives a little relief to the other hips. All right, I want you to come down and take that ball. It's going to go in between your ankles. You're going to come down onto your side. You're going to use this bottom arm. You can either be here with a hand on your head. I like to come all the way down. You're squeezing that ball or that block between your legs. Your lift, little lift, little lift. So what am I feeling in this? Well, I'm using those obliques and this hand, but really obliques to steady my body. I'm using that outer hip, and I'm using that inner thigh to press in on that ball, block. You can use a pillow, a rolled up towel. Seriously though, my friends, I did a video about my favorite equipment. If you're going to be like me and doing this all winter, you deserve a few nice things for your workout. So I hope you can make that happen. Little lift, little lift. Yes, we can. Lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those legs in. Press yourself up. Around you go to the other side. So I'm coming all the way down. Again, you can drop here, especially if you have neck problems. I want you to come all the way down. That top hand's just for balance. Squeeze and lift. So you notice I'm not super high. I'm just a few inches off the ground. Height does not matter in this one. We're just looking for activation. So you can feel the obliques working to stabilize you. You can feel those inner thighs as you're pressing down that ball, and those outer hips are helping hold everything together. Nice job. We just have one exercise after this, and then we'll finish with our final stretch. Lift, lift. Yes, you can. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set down. You can keep that ball if you'd like. We're going to move to bridge and finish with bridge. So coming all the way onto the back, ball, block, towel can go in between the thighs. Not necessary if you don't have it. So back nice, broad and flat. Today we're going to lift halfway, up and down. Now with this ball or this block, it's likely going to make you step those legs in a little bit. So if you need to come narrower than parallel, that's okay. But just think about having all 4 points of that foot planted. So I don't want you to roll out onto the outer edge of that foot. That's pretty common in bridge if we come in a little bit closer. Nice job. 4, halfway, up. You hear that music change? 3, best sound ever. 2 more, although it makes the step longer. Halfway, up. Last one, hold it up. 10, 9, 8, 1 inch higher. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll it down. Go ahead and set that ball aside for me. Bring that right knee, hug it into the chest. You can bend that left foot if you feel too tight in the hip flexor, not the hamstring. Go ahead and drop that knee over across the body. I don't have my block handy, but you could put a support underneath the knee if your knee doesn't want to come all the way to the ground like my knee. Go ahead and engage that core. Lift that knee back to the center. Let's switch it out. So bringing that left knee, hugging it into the chest, planting that right foot, or extending it all the way out. And then taking that knee up and over across the body, letting it stop where it wants to stop. Engaging that core again for me and pulling that leg back to center, bringing both knees into the chest, maybe a little rock, a little circle, whatever feels nice to you. And then you're going to rock and roll, up we come. All right, we're going to go into our lunge, so hip flexor and hamstring. So go ahead and put whatever foot forward, it doesn't matter. Making sure that knee is stacked over the heel. I'm thinking about pressing forward, opening that hip flexor. Inhale, exhale just a little bit deeper. If you need to walk that standing leg forward, you absolutely can do that. Okay, I want you to go ahead and pick up that back leg and bring it in for me. So stacking now this knee underneath the hip. Extend that front leg out. Pull the toe. This might be enough for you for the hamstring. I like to sit back a little bit and you're not pulling that glute back on the extended side. Go ahead and turn your big toe towards you. That should activate the side panel of the leg. Turn it back to neutral. You can stay here in half splits, or you can work into your full split. So reminder, it's been a while since we've done this segment. Planting those hands and just carefully walking that back leg back, stopping wherever your body says to stop. This is it today for me. I am super tight in my hamstring. Nice strong hands, tuck that back toe, walk it in, and let's switch to the other side. Not feeling very graceful today with the splits, but you know what, some days we have it, some days our bodies are just not feeling it, and that's okay. So coming forward, really opening, pressing that hip flexor open. It's tight, especially if you're like me, you sit all the time now. Inhale, exhale, just a little bit deeper. Tucking those back toes under, walking that leg forward, extending the front leg. Maybe this is enough for your hamstrings. If you need more, pulling that toe and thinking about drawing the glute on that side back. It's really subtle. You're not driving it back much or dragging it back much. But it's that mind-body connection that allows us to engage and stretch a little bit more. So staying here in half splits, or the very not great splits attempt I'm about to do, planting those hands. And I have a whole tutorial on the splits. I know watching me today might not be very motivating for you because this is it. This is my tough side. But if you're interested, it'd be a fun winter goal to learn how to do front splits. All right, bringing yourself out of it by tucking that toe. Go ahead and gonna come forward. Let's sit up nice and tall, and let's start by crossing that right leg over the left, pulling knee towards opposite shoulder, doing that super tall. This might be enough stretch in that outer hip. You can also wrap that arm, and again, staying tall, twist over the shoulder. Go ahead and return back. Join me in modified triangle. Opening that chest, flexing that top foot. Staying here, or dropping shin on top of shin. The full triangle, finding that top foot. Remembering that if your leg is way up in space, modify is a better option today. And let's release that and come to the other side. So now taking that right leg over the left, sitting up nice and tall as we pull that knee to opposite shoulder. And staying here if that's a good stretch for you, or wrapping that left arm. And again, sitting tall, turning over the shoulder. Returning to center, bending that bottom leg, coming up into that modified triangle, flexing that foot, opening the chest, feeling that great stretch in the glute and the outer hip. Staying there, or dropping shin on top of shin, and triangle. And again, turning towards that top foot. All right, let's come to our last stretch. Cobbler or straddle. Starting the cobbler, bringing the feet together, opening them like a book. Remembering that depending on where the tightness is in your body, you'll feel inner thighs or outer hips. I'm hoping you're gonna get to inner thighs today. So if you're not feeling it there, coming out into straddle. One hand in front, one hand behind. Pick up and come forward. And then, you know what I'm gonna say, pulling that chest through, not collapsing. So we had quite a workout today. I hope you'll join me later this week. I'm gonna get another bounce, jump with Sarah video in, as well as my favorite arm moves is coming on Friday. And then next week we have a really fun target. We're gonna do a balance target next Monday, 30 minutes, exercises all focused on balance. We'll do some light weights, but it's really about adding some movement and momentum. Go ahead and close those legs. And we're gonna come up to a standing position, one vertebrae at a time. So putting those hands on the mat, head comes down, soften those knees, and roll up for me. Shoulders go up, down, around, and back. Let's inhale. And hands to heart center. Thanks everyone for joining me today. I hope I will see you Friday or otherwise next week at our balance class with Barre with Sarah. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.